Man, look at the hairline on this motherfucker right here. Jesus Christ, guys, this is your top story of today's show. We got a lot of shit going on in South Carolina right now. As the big perm right here and several other. Listen, this is how you know Tyrone's was involved in the two mass shootings I'm about to tell you, because we're about to talk about two mass shootings. Nobody's dead. Like 15 people were shot. Nobody is fucking dead. South Carolina mall shooting leaves 12 injured. Police charge male suspect aged 22. What? You're telling me that hairline is 22 years? Oh, Lord. Charged this man, aged 22, involved in a targeted attack sparked after an earlier fight, because that fat fuck ain't fighting nobody. 10 people aged 15 to 73 have been shot and 2 others injured at Columbia Center Mall in Columbia, South Carolina. 3 people who all had firearms have been arrested. Jewayne M. Price, the fat fuck with the hairline, will be charged with an unlawful carrying of a pistol, but additional charges may be forthcoming. I would like to hope so, right? 2 additional males who were not named were also detained for questioning and were released from police custody after it was determined they were not involved in the shooting. The attack is not believed to be random. We believe they knew each other and something led to the gunfire, the police chief said. Oh, yeah, let's check this out.
The terrifying shooting at a crowded mall in Columbia, South Carolina. Law enforcement surrounding the mall confirming just as we came on the air, at least 12 people were hurt, 10 of them shot. Authorities do not think the shooting was random. Shoppers told to shelter in place, these people inside the back of a store. Authorities then evacuating everyone, leading people out of the mall and telling them to wait in their cars until first responders could make sure the area was safe. 3 people have now been detained, and what we're learning about the conditions of some of the victims. ABC's Mona Kosar-Abdi
3 people's now
Tonight, a shooting at a Columbia, South Carolina mall injuring multiple people.
I heard like 20 to 30 shots.
That's how you know it's Tyrone's doing the shooting, though. Nobody's actually dead. It's all that damn sideways shit. I'm gonna bust a cap, pop a cap in your ass, homie. Right. That's all you got was somebody in the ass.
Inside the mall, multiple shots fired inside the mall coming from the gas area.
Police saying they responded to calls this afternoon of shots fired at the Columbiana Center. Officers blocking access to the mall as they entered with long guns.
We believe that the individuals that were armed knew each other. And there was some type of conflict that occurred.
This video taken inside a Sephora showing the chaotic moment employees and officers evacuated customers out of the store and the mall. A woman audibly gasping.
Oh my God.
As she passes paramedics near one of the exits, those paramedics appearing to treat several injured people.
You seen blood on the floor. You saw people on gurneys. You saw people with bandages on them. And I saw multiple people with...
what kind of glasses are them?
Gunshot wounds. The only thing I'm thinking is my children. They're home and I'm in a mall in a shootout.
Man.
Employees who were initially instructed to shelter in place were ultimately escorted out by police. A reunification center was also set up at a nearby hotel so family and friends could find their loved ones.
That frightening scene playing out. Mona Kosar-Abdi joining us now. And Mona, what are you learning about the conditions of some of the victims?
We know of the 10 people shot, 8 were rushed to the hospital. Tonight, 2 of those gunshot victims are in critical but stable condition. The other 6 are in stable condition.
All right, Mona, with that breaking news, thank you.
That's some, some brutal shit, right? That is some brutal shit. So we pretty much know what's been going on here. 10 people were shot, 2 others injured. Hold on, let me get back to this. 10 people were shot, 2 others were injured in the shooting at the mall, South Carolina. They don't think it was a random attack. This man, Jewayne Price, has been charged with carrying an unlawful pistol. Authorities have seized one firearm related to the incident. Preliminary examination of ballistic evidence collected from the scene indicates there was at least 2 different firearms. So they, 3 people, 2 firearms, no dead bodies. The motherfuckers can't shoot at all. That's why I don't mind making this video. You ain't gonna shoot me. We don't believe this way. You ain't gonna catch me. You're fat though. That's right. And you still ain't gonna catch me by the time I get to mine. We don't believe this was random, Holbrook said. We believe they knew each other and something led to this gunfire. CPD investigators seized 1 firearm related to the incident, according to police. Preliminary examination of ballistic evidence collected from the scene said there was 2 different firearms. Which what we got here? Shoppers and victims evacuated. I don't need to see them being evacuated. No fatalities, of course. 8 of the victims were taken to the hospital. 2's in critical condition. 6 are unstable. The victim ranges from 15 years old to 73 years old. So let's go take a look at the no fatalities, of course. Here's the guy that was arrested. This big fat fuck right here with the hairline missing. I don't know what's going on with this guy, 22 years old, looking way older than 22. He's not been formally charged in the shooting. However, he remains in custody with no bond, and no court date has been set for that young fat woman. Man. South Carolina is also, though, hit by a second mass shooting in 24 hours. This is pretty much after this. 9 people were shot at a venue in Furman, South Carolina. You want to guess where? 24 hours as 9 are injured at a restaurant after 14 were hurt during a shootout at mall. Kara's Lounge was hosting an Easter bash. No deaths have been reported. Want to guess? Want to guess what type of club it was? In Pittsburgh, we had all kinds of shit going on. Of course, we've done these stories, and we will be doing these stories in this episode. At least 9 people were shot at a venue in South Carolina early Sunday morning, just hours after 14 people were injured in a separate shooting at the mall. I think many of us understand that, in the state's capital, capping off a deadly Easter holiday in the U.S. The 9 victims were shot at Kara's Lounge in the small town of Furman. The shooting happened while the venue hosted an Easter bash featuring exotic dancers and live music, according to an event flyer posted on Facebook. Shall we take a look? A lot of hair hats, a lot of weave, Easter bash. Exactly. I think we know what I got to say. Hosted by Pret and T. Chanel. DJ Jugman. This little place right here, people just getting shot. Of course, we already saw him in the mall thing. 224 people is the population in Furman. The closest city is Savannah, Georgia, 46 miles away. A flyer for the event promoted the Litty Bash. That's right, we're lit in here. We're homies and we're lit, which required masks as a party with exotic dancers and a DJ. The people were shot, 9 people were shot, 5 people suffered broken bones, lacerations, and head injuries while trying to flee. Oh, that was the mall. Okay, yeah, we've been through the mall situation. So here's the 2 things. Sunday, 9 shot at Kara's Lounge, and then up here in Columbia, we had the mall shooting. So people in just South Carolina is just acting stupid right now. I have no clue what exactly is going on. But South Carolina crime rates have increased 6% in 2020. I'm not sure about 2021 yet. I'm not sure about, obviously, we're in 2022. SLED says that residents should be concerned. 2020 crime data show that obviously there's an increase in crime. Murders are up 22.1% since 2019. We'll get to why here in just a second. That's up 52.9% over the last 5 years. 442 adults, 46 details have been arrested. Juveniles have been arrested. 70% increase in juvenile arrests from 2019. Aggravated assault, up 10% since 2019. This is South Carolina. Second consecutive year to show increase. 71% knew their offender. 50% of reported 2020 cases involved a firearm in those aggravated assaults. At least sexual batteries down 13.8%. They're not fucking anymore. They're just killing. Arson's up 22.1% since 2019. 199 people arrested. Breaking and entering, though, is down 15.8%. 9 straight years decreasing. They're just murdering people now. Larceny and theft is down 2.1% since 2019. So you can clearly see what's going on in South Carolina. But let me show you this. First, let me show you this. Let's take a look at the Tyrone population in America. In 2020, the Tyrone population alone accounted for 12.4% of all people living in the United States, compared to 12.6% in 2010. So as you can see, the Tyrone population is going down. But the reason I'm showing you this is this 12.4% number. Now let's take a look at the Tyrone population in South Carolina. 26.77%. South Carolina violence and murders are going up. And the Tyrone population happens to be pretty much double in South Carolina compared with the rest of the country. Is there any conversation we need to have other than where we can help this dude get that hairline fade? This dude needs weave. This guy needs weave. But as you can clearly see, something's going on in South Carolina. A lot of shootings. As we just saw, nobody's dead. They don't know how to shoot. It's sideways type shit, right? But as you can clearly see, there's double the Tyrone population in South Carolina. So that may be why crime's going up, wouldn't you say? Just saying. There was a point in time where South Carolina was, the South and safe. Not anymore. Not anymore, as you can clearly see. You got these creatures running around. These savages. These ooh-ahs. It's the way it is. So, yeah, mass shootings going on in South Carolina. Guys, tell me what you think. Because, listen, I think South Carolina is a beautiful state. But there's no reason to move there. There's almost 30% Tyrones. That's crazy as shit, right? I'd rather live in Los Angeles than 30% Tyrones. And you see the crime numbers are going through the roof. I wonder why that is. You guys tell me in the comment section. This is your top story. We'll get on to the next story. Let's go.